I was born in 1962, and I'm in the South, Georgia. Now, being raised in the South, in the South, we're in the Bible Belt. And when it came to the teachings of the theory of evolution, the South wasn't too hot about it. But I believe if they didn't teach it, they would lose government funding. So instead of taking 6 weeks out of science class, our social study teacher taught it, which was very odd. And she even prefaced it at the beginning of the 6 weeks. She says, I don't believe in the theory of evolution, but the school system requires us to teach it. So we're going to spend the next 6 weeks studying evolution. So I said, okay, if they can pretend, I can pretend. So I paid attention and learned all the terms. And next report card, I believe I got like a B, 85, 86, something like that. That was around the mid 70s, 73, 74. Fast forward to a couple of years ago, I was browsing on the internet, and come to find out, Darwin had a plan way back in 1879 to rewrite the book of Genesis and to incorporate his version of the theory of evolution. And I became so mad because of his teachings. Okay, I never did agree with him, but he's a scientist, right? And scientists want to know the truth, pursue the truth, right? So I said, okay, he's wrong, but I'll listen to him because that's what he believes. So it goes through all the trouble. What's that island? Galapagos Island, where he spent, was it 2 weeks or 2 months there studying? And he came up with the whole theory of evolution. Now, a couple of years ago, I came across this website, and it spoke of Darwin's microfilm, where it talks about all of this process of rewriting the book of Genesis. Now, I was raised as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. My parents were witnesses when I was born. So, I was upset. But years later, I'm 61 now, I get highly upset for them pushing that on people. And not only pushing it on people, but pushing it, the teaching, the false teaching, and knowing it's not true. Now, I could understand, wouldn't agree, but I can understand if they taught it, teaching, or thinking that it was true, but it wasn't. And over the years, I come to find out there are all kinds of people out there with agendas. And then, honestly, if you look at him, especially in his older years, he ain't right. Especially his eyes. Even in his younger years, his eyes, he had those, what do you call it, huge eyebrows, and it always shaded his eyes. So something's up. And it's just sad. So I've decided to make it my goal to post videos of these individuals with agendas, especially against God, who I kind of like. It just upsets for me. He goes through all this trouble, spend billions of years creating the universe and millions of years to create the earth, only to have the individuals come along and try to discredit them for this, and being most of the time for financial gain. They found a way to make money off of it. So that's going to be my goal, is to post videos. Well, that's about it for this rant.